Hey, welcome to Saga Roll, where we play tabletop RPGs, and today we're playing Fallout Home Sweet Home by Prometheus Entertainment. Just a disclaimer and warning, we play bad guys. We're horrible people, or characters, but yeah, if it's too disturbing, just, don't watch, or that. But you've been warned, so anyway, take us away, Overseer.
Okay, so, just to catch everybody up, we are deep into the weeds of the combat in a cave as the heroes try to access what they think is a vault, and they found the location to be guarded by a horde of mutated ghouls who they have mostly put to death, but for the last couple. So, Tarkus.
I am gonna repair Prometheus's arm, flamer arm.
Okay.
It's like a repair roll, right?
Robots. Intelligence plus repair roll, difficulty of 2, plus the number of injuries sustained. So difficulty 3.
Does that not put you in the firing line, Tarkus?
Yep. Yeah, there's only 2 left though.
I would be tempted. There's only 2 left to wait to heal them.
The thing is, he knows I'm gonna kill them. He knows I'm gonna kill them. It's okay. I will kill them. Like with this situation, I have to. So yeah.
Are they on fire?
They are definitely on. Yes, they are on fire.
I mean, it got a bit low. I think Prometheus can finish them off with the flamer at the very least.
You wanna risk it?
Pincer.
I'm not risking it. He plays before
so
though.
actually.
No, but after me, like if I let it to him.
I mean, that's up to
doesn't do
you.
it.
If you want to use your ammo, no, that's up to you. But like, I don't want to use my ammo, so I'm gonna repair him. So maybe he wants to use the flamer. All right. Gonna reroll that. Sec repair intelligence.
This repair intelligence difficulty is 3.
Oh, it's 3? Oh
Yes.
shit, I didn't hear that.
It's 2 plus the number of injuries they've sustained. So.
Okay. Can I use an action point? I just didn't hear it. Can I like rule 2 more?
You want to use an action point on that roll? Yeah, that's fine. I understand. Yeah, just roll 1 extra die.
Oh. No, I also used a luck point with that, but it's fine. It's fine.
You used a luck point. What?
So I also rerolled 1 failed one, and I also rolled the one I didn't roll before. Does that make sense?
It does. But you fail anyway because you only
Yeah,
get
It's like we rolled 1 less than we deserved, let's say, but
Okay.
yeah, that's fine.
All right. You think you can repair it, but it's taking longer than you think that it should.
Yay. Can I get the fuck out of there now? I use my minor action point.
I'd
No,
say we've
okay.
got 1 action point.
You could use an action point to step out, yeah, if you want to.
Really?
Now
used
we
it.
don't have any action points.
All right, I am hugging the back of Prometheus.
Well done. Congratulations.
That was my best turn in this game.
You drained the party of action points and did nothing. Well done.
Yes, Tarkus.
I
You
even-
drained the party of action
you make your
points.
yap.
What am I gonna do now?
I mean, at
If
least
I
I
think
use
about
my
it.
own luck point for this as well. Like, fine.
Anyway, I'm still prone on the ground and still aiming, and I can see 2 pairs of legs left on the other side, right? Minus Tarkus's.
Correct.
Did I step on her on my way there? I think I didn't see her.
It's you. So I will take aim with my hardened 10mm pistol.
Okay. You hit.
I hit. Do I get anything? No. Okay.
Difficulty's higher because Prometheus is in the way.
Okay, I'm gonna do something weird. I'm gonna use center mass to reroll my 13.
Say it ain't so.
You do something weird? You? Fuck no.
Nice, yes. Okay, that's 3, right? Now,
That is
now I
3
get an action
successes.
point.
Yeah, that gives you an
Okay,
action
right?
point back.
That's what I wanted. Now, wait, let me just do the damage, and I get 1 from Rifleman. Alright, and also Gunfu with 1 action point that I just got, so I can hit the other guy for the same amount of damage. Boom, boom, both of them.
Okay. So you take 2 shots, and both of the ghouls fall over and stop moving.
Yeah, and then I stand up. And I look happy.
Okay.
And that's it.
Surely standing up is a minor action, so you'd have to have an action point to do that.
No, she
No, it's
hasn't
a
used the
minor
minor action yet.
Yeah. I stand up and make this pose. Victor.
But no one's looking because everyone is in front.
It's fine. I know I made it. You think she does it for the others?
Yeah,
Even the audience.
For the audience, yes.
Is Darkus healing me
Oh
right
wait.
now?
I'm gonna do this pose instead. The Statue of Liberty.
I'm gonna say Tarkus is in the process of doing so. He started the process off, but he hasn't completed it. So he still needs to get an additional success in order to do what he needs to do. So you had 2 successes. Do you have 2 successes or 1 success? 1 success.
2. Wait, it's 2. I mean, alright, listen. Just imagine the first 3 rolls are like
Yeah.
when I rolled,
Gotcha. I understand.
and then I rolled 1 with a luck point.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. So yeah, that's fair enough. Now I understand where you're coming from now. Yeah, you got 2 successes. You need 3 successes. You've started the process off. You haven't concluded it yet.
Okay, then I'm waiting patiently, blocking the door.
I mean, should I do it now?
Yeah.
Tacos really wants to repair the flamer. Thinks
Okay.
there's another horde who want to have the flamer.
I want you to repair that flamer as
I
well.
mean, of course you do, but
Prometheus hovers in the entrance. That's sufficient. Yeah, you do it. You can heal his injury.
yeah.
Okay. I don't get any hit points back though.
You
just
do
the
not.
injury.
Just the injury.
Fine, I'm gonna shine the torch and you get some photosynthesis back or whatever.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Okay, then after you finish repairing me, all you can hear is like a loud sound of a metallic sound banging on rock as I'm trying to pull through, like, and I'm just, hitting against the walls repeatedly, like that's gonna change anything.
Should
Okay.
we help
It's like bang,
pull you out?
Can
Yeah,
we
you
get through the gap, or not really?
you could get through the gap, but
Prometheus get through the gap.
Prometheus is struggling to get through that gap. He's going to need some assistance. Whether that's through chiseling out a hole big enough for him to be able to fit his chassis through, or making his chassis narrower so that he can fit through.
I mean, again, before all that, Tarkus is gonna investigate about the radiation with his science background.
Yeah, your
if it's
Pip-Boy
safe to
still
go through.
your Pip-Boy still ticking away quite cheerfully.
Yeah, so is it like at the level where we're getting irradiated, or is it just that it's indicating the ghouls are irradiated?
Make a intelligence and science check. You think that the ghouls are irradiated, but there is also a background level of radiation higher here than there is on the surface. So you think if you spend sufficient time here, just the background level of radiation will start causing you difficulties. The bodies themselves are pushing the current levels in your local area high enough for your Pip-Boy to detect it as being a problem.
Most of those bodies are burnt now, aren't they? They haven't just been shot to bits. Most of them have been incinerated. So does
Yes.
that kill off the radiation as we incinerate the bodies?
No. You don't get rid of radiation by burning it.
Right. Okay.
How much time of this darkest thing we can spend down here?
With 4 successes, you think maybe you start feeling some effects in an hour.
Yeah, I convey this to the group.
Okay. I think we need to chisel away at the walls and get Prometheus out.
Yeah, but
And we need to spend half an hour going further in. If we meet any more resistance, or we don't find a safe place at half an hour, we then come back out. Yeah.
Sorry, just to clarify.
Yeah.
When I say you're going to get some effect from radiation, it is low. You'll start picking up levels of rads. That isn't necessarily fatal. That's like you'll get low-level rads in the first instance. That builds up over time in your system and causes you a problem later.
Mhm.
But like picking up 1 or 2 rads now isn't necessarily going to cause you a massive problem.
does it do anything? Like physically?
Reduces your maximum hit points. So every radiation point that you have reduces your maximum hit points by 1.
Does
I
Unless-
meant roleplay wise.
And no,
Like that, do you
Unless-
feel sick? Do you feel like fainting? Do you
You-
look like shit?
do you? No, you don't feel. You feel
No,
perfectly fine.
no. As a human like me.
The humans,
like you? No.
the humans of the party will start feeling the effects. Yes, they'll start feeling slightly queasy,
Both of us.
and it won't be particularly bad at the start. But as time goes on, as those rads increase in your system, you'll start feeling more effects of it.
Do the rats increase even after we leave just because we have some? Like they spread or
No,
Or
you
not.
once you've got them until you
I
get
don't
rid of them.
know. So-
Once you don't become radioactive. Picking up rads basically means that you've been affected by radiation poisoning. That doesn't make you radioactive in and of yourself.
Okay, so we won't become like them up there if we get just a few rats, right? Like
No.
we won't look like zombies.
No, ghouls typically are created by exposure to large amounts of radiation under certain circumstances.
Okay, got it. Then I'm fine with half an hour as a human of the party. I agree with the leader.
Oh, I'm so glad. Because I was pretty sure I wasn't asking. So, let's chisel.
Democracy, remember, Ralph?
I remember we discussed it and we decided it was a piss poor idea. So we'll chisel around the walls so that
Based.
we can get in and out.
Verdon.
I'm starting to not like Ralph again. Like he was in my good books for
Oh,
2 sessions.
ass.
All right. Do you want to
The
make a
viewers!
Liberty, can you hear that? That's the sound of everyone who cares. So,
make a strength plus repair check then, please?
go on the Morg.
Wait, street. What about
Can I
repair?
You're chipping away at the walls. with
Oh,
a strength.
okay.
There's something wrong.
So strength. You said repair?
Yeah.
Can I
Okay.
roll an intelligence repair and tell Morg where to chip away at? And
No,
Morg
but you
can
could-
use strength.
You could help him by giving him advice and add a die to his roll.
Okay, I'll do that.
It's like telling me to roll like
And then
intelligence melee.
Roll 1 extra die, Morg.
Well, he's helping more.
Can I also help him with, Buzzsaw and Juju cutting away or something?
Yes, you can. If you want to do that, yeah, that's no problem.
Oh, lucky.
Oh, okay. Roll another one.
So you can roll another one, Morg.
D20.
One success.
No.
Oh.
So,
There! No,
So-
there!
so Morg takes his probably his machete and wails on the wall for a little bit. Nothing really seems to happen beyond blunting his machete a little bit.
Maybe more push him through.
Yeah, that might be the best bet. Because we're getting nowhere with it.
I'm
Maybe
not
we
sure
can
about
oil him. And then he goes through
Are
easier.
you
Okay.
carrying a vast amount of oil with the
Okay, Morg, if you'd like to make
no.
if
He
you'd
has
like to,
oil. He's a cook.
Morg, if you would like to make another strength repair roll, you can have 1 extra die for using an implement, i.e., Prometheus, to make the smash the hole through.
Okay. Strength repair.
What? No, I'm not agreeing to this. Like,
Wait,
We're
do
not
you
asking.
Said no
Do you-
one asked you.
do you have cookie oil?
Cookie oil.
Cooking oil.
not with me. No, I have back in the kitchen. Do you want me to go grab it? Like,
I mean, it's,
Well, if you could get out, that would be helpful. But no. Okay, I'm going to try to push you through. Okay. Start going forward.
Hale, did you say strength repair?
Sorry, Mark.
Strength repair check. Yeah,
All right.
Can I have a try?
you can.
Absolutely disgusted at the shenanigans going
Prometheus is
on.
going to move away. Just saying, you know.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
finally.
Just hit it there.
Hey,
Oh, okay.
so you look at what Morg has been doing, and like randomly wailing on the wall isn't really helping, but you see some points where it might be a little bit more, like the rock might be weakened. You get a tool up inside and you smack at it, and a section of the wall slides away, probably just barely big enough for Prometheus to be able to squeak through.
Okay. Which is good because we want a bottleneck anyway if we have to fall back.
Good
Okay.
job, boss.
Thank you, Mug.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? You're stronger than Morg.
What?
Ah.
No, he not. He just smarter than Morg.
Well, he opened the way and you didn't.
Good boy. Shush.
I mean, Morg
Unless you wanna shoot anyone else in the back.
wailed at the wrong target.
Okay. Let's make our
So
way
I
in.
can get through now.
You can get through. In fact, you're kind of pushed through.
Oh, great. And I want to go and sit over the cinders of the boss guy. You know.
'Kay.
See.
Well, as the
how amazing my
flames
work was.
as the flames start to flicker out, as the fuel is used up, you go over to the bodies, and you see the boss guy's the carbon that's left over from the boss guy.
If we have a quick pick
great.
around the charred remains, is there anything worth finding?
Somebody roll 3 combat dice.
I'll do it.
Shouldn't be me.
Was that the face of combat dice? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've only been playing this for what, 6 months, and
Your face. There you go. 4.
you find 8 caps.
Right.
Some of them are not in the best of repair, but they will count.
That's like 2 packets of sugar bombs.
We'll take it.
You think there was probably more, but you find sort of slivers of melted metal that probably has been destroyed in the fire.
Nice
Okay.
cap.
I mean, there probably wouldn't have been that much more, to be fair.
That's all right. Okay. We'll push on. So, big wide cavern, yeah?
Big wide cavern that used to have a flat floor, but obviously something has drilled into, some man-made thing has drilled into the ground of it and left a roughly circular hole in there's like if you imagine flat floor and then a ramp that goes down, and then where the wall is here, there's a kind of circular hole that goes into the ground.
Go and retrieve my torch.
Okay.
And have a look around. Play the torch around, see what I can see.
Right. Basically, as I've described, like where the bodies were when you first showed up, there are no other bodies left. There is a horrible, acrid smell of burning flesh, rot. It's kind of damp down here as well.
Okay, so big cavern.
Yeah.
Something's drilled into the floor.
Yeah.
What's at the bottom of the indent?
So there's a ramp there that heads down.
Yeah.
to what is effectively a flat wall, and a circular hole has been a big circular hole has been drilled into it.
Okay, so I guess we need to head down the ramp, yeah?
Okay.
So
So you head down the ramp and you see what looks like quite a long tunnel. Again, it's mostly pitch black, but you can see a faint orange light in the distance.
in no other entrances or exits out of this cavern, just this ramp and it down here, yeah?
It would appear so, yeah.
Okay, so I'm thinking Prometheus and Morg in the front, then me, then Tarkus and Liberty.
I don't think that's a good idea, boss.
Why? Why?
Take a look at me. You know, you're a repair guy. I bet you'll figure it out.
You look a bit
Low
battered,
hit
but it's fine. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I mean, he's got quite a bit of damage to him. You can see where normally he's quite black. There's parts of him that are quite shiny, where the outer charred layer of whatever it is that's covering him has been wiped away, and parts of his chassis have been damaged. There's a slight hole in one section where two pieces of metal normally join. One's bent up, and you can see his internal workings.
Can I make a peril?
You can.
Give him some hit points back. If I get a 1, like a critical success, can I accidentally switch his speech box off?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That won't save you.
Yes,
know, but-
yes, you can.
But it'll give me less of a headache.
I'm so glad I'm not a robot, else he could do that to me too.
So 1 success, so I think that heals him 6 hit points, doesn't it?
The difficulty is 2.
Are you
Is
sure
it?
you don't want to use a luck point?
I will use a luck point.
I mean, I should have held him. Oops.
Oh, so 3
wow.
successes total.
Oh, great.
So a success in your intelligence repair difficulty 2 means that your double your repair rating in health is what he gets back.
So 12.
I have 12 back.
Oh, now that's exact for me to go full HP.
Oh, brilliant. Now you can
I'm
stop
good
me.
as new.
Get in the front and do as you tell. Fabulous.
Great.
Alright.
Yeah, sure. No problem now. Thank you.
Cool.
It's so like always the same.
We will head down the tunnel now that we've sorted out the, minor inconveniences of him having a few less hit points than he absolutely desired. So
As we go, like since I'm in the back with Tarkus, I'm also gonna look a bit like towards the back to make sure no one's following.
Okay. Make a perception survival check for me, please.
Me? Great.
Yes.
I would
Yes,
have you
you-
looking at the back when you like blind. Like actually,
Well-
your eyes are inward. Like
You can do it if you want. I'm gonna do it, but it's gonna fail. Oh my god! I succeeded.
Okay. You're pretty sure you're not
Yay!
being followed.
All right, thanks. Ha! Liberty can do anything.
Yep, shut up. Anyway, so we'll
I mean, it goes with the being female, but whatever. Let's go.
head on down the corridor.
Okay, you head down the corridor. It's long and it's cylindrical for quite some distance. That orange light in the distance, as you get closer, you can pick out the shape. It's almost like a crescent moon shape. And as you get closer, you can see in your flashlight start to pick out technology. Specifically, there is a console on the side of the passageway, and in front of you is a large circular door. The door itself is slid slightly open, basically just narrow enough, just wide enough rather for a human to be able to kind of slide out sideways. There's no way that Morg's getting through there. There's no way that Prometheus is getting through there.
What's the
Yes.
radiation count doing?
I check my people and I tell them,
It's about the same.
guess we better start chiseling again.
Can't you open it with that console with your Pip-Boy? Isn't that how these things are supposed to work?
Okay, thanks for that tip.
Wow. When you
Um,
need some liberty.
I'm gonna go to the console.
Okay. There is indeed a socket on the console that obviously is compatible with, like, on the back side of the Pip-Boy, on a part that no one really ever pays any attention to. There is a very large connector that's connected to a cable which retracts out of the Pip-Boy itself, that you could obviously plug into this port.
I am plugging into the port
Okay.
with the Pip-Boy.
I aim towards the door just in case.
Okay. When you plug it
I'm
in,
well back, just in case.
there's a button that's covered over by a clear plastic panel, and when you connect it, that panel flips open. And there's a big red button underneath it.
Okay, this might be the button to the door. It might be a nuke. I'm gonna press it anyways, right? Like it says targets and just presses on.
There is a bright white flash, and you are all killed.
Yay!
Yay! Great reset.
GG's.
Yeah.
Oh,
There goes
boy.
season 1. Okay.
There you go.
And then the door opens
And then there's a klaxon. There's a kind of like an alert klaxon that goes off, and the orange light that's coming through from the crack in the door starts to pulse. You can hear motors some way away vibrating through the rock and through the door as they wind up, and after a few seconds, the door itself starts to grind open. As it goes, it gets about halfway open, and then there's a horrible whining sound, and the sound of a detonation somewhere further into the complex, and the door stops opening. It's stuck open about halfway through. Plenty big enough now for Prometheus and Morg to get through. A red light starts flashing on the console.
Uh-oh.
I think the motor busted or something.
Okay.
Well, we don't need it anymore, so I guess it's fine.
Would be nice to have everyone to close it for whatever reason. If let's say there's like some hundreds of ghouls inside.
It's a vault, not a prison, Darkus. Don't worry. You worry too much.
I mean, yeah, sure. You're first, I guess I have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's a prison for death clause or anything. Chill. And if it is,
Yeah,
the
well.
better for me, because, you know, more stakes for you people.
On
Or
the-
for the random people that just beg you the first time. If I can see them on the road.
On the other side of the door, you can see a room. The walls are made of a bluish metal. There is what looks like a retractable ramp, which is made it about halfway through the door and stopped. So there's a bit of a gap for you to jump over, but it's not that difficult for you to do. And more could just step over it. The more human-sized ones of you will need to make a jump, but it's not a massive issue. You can see consoles. You can see there's a window that seems to go into a security office, as far as you can tell. You don't see any people. The walls are covered in a brown, sort of sludgy substance that seems to be running down the walls in various places. There is a horrible smell coming from in here. Tarkus, your Pip-Boy starts to kick up its clicking sounds to the next gear. There is your Pip-Boy is basically telling you that the radiation count has gone up.
to the point where Tigers would go, let's leave now, or just
I mean,
we have like 10 minutes.
It's another level higher. You're probably, if you hang out here, it's probably going to be about half an hour before you start picking up rads.
So we have 15 minutes or something.
Any
and then...
exits?
Yeah, there's doors. There's several doors in this place. There's a what looks like a lift directly in front of you. There's a door which seems to lead further into the complex off to the right-hand side, and there's a door that goes into the security office.
Oh.
One thing I should mention, there are no lights on in here. Apart from the flashing orange light, which is continuously rotating and flashing, that's the only light in here.
I will ask, so did anyone except me here ever step inside the vault before? You guys have been, right? To a vault already? So you know the usual setup? No?
No.
No old vault dwellers or anything like that? Okay. Liberty has been to a vault before, but is not a vault dweller. So yeah, I guess maybe she knows better than others than like where to go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping, and Liberty might be able to clear this up, that lift shaft at the end will go, well, up or down. I'm guessing down. And that may take us away from the radiation.
Yes and no. If the lift goes down, then probably it will take us away from the radiation, but it could also be going up. Like to wherever the original exit is.
I mean,
Right?
Targus is gonna say the radiation might be coming from the reactor, which could be further down.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we might be moving towards radiation.
science.
Liberty, make an intelligence science check.
Liberty?
This is gonna be good.
Yeah.
Okay, let me check something. If I choose to use luck, I roll my luck, which is shit, so it doesn't matter, right? Like,
Yeah.
I shouldn't do that. All right.
No, you should do that, definitely. A 1,000,000%.
Intelligence and what else? Science.
And science.
Oh, it's gonna go great. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got no idea where that lift's going to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first room's a control room, yeah?
It's difficult to tell what the function of this room is, because there's no power to it. But you can see there are control panels of some description in here. There is a door that goes into a security room, and there's a door that leads further into the complex, and the elevator itself. It's difficult to tell what the function of this room is.
Can we go through the door into the security room and see if there's some sort of override or some way of resetting?
The door is closed, and there doesn't appear to be a way to be able to open it. An easy way to be able to open it.
Can we pick it?
We have more. Oh, or pick it, yeah.
There is no power. This looks like it was probably an automated door, and there's no power, so it's not opening.
Hell, can we look at the console and see if we can repair it?
Make a intelligence repair check. The answer to your question is yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think that the console itself is damaged. You think the problem is a lack of power.
Right.
You could rig up a microfusion cell to briefly power the console, but you don't know what the console does.
Okay.
So you think you could probably do it with a roll like that. You're pretty sure you can probably wire something up to power the console to figure to use the console, but you don't know what it does.
Having power to the console may help us work out what it does. Yeah.
Perhaps.
Should we jump in then?
Yeah, we'll do it.
Okay.
I will jump first. I want to jump first.
Jump where?
We have to jump, right? He said. Leader, he said we need to jump over that
No, you
bridge.
you
because
have. I'm imagining you
You
already
already
have.
have.
Already
That you've
through.
moved into
Ah,
the.
okay.
You've jumped
Damn
over the
it.
gap.
Except you, apparently. You're stood at the end looking at us all
Yeah.
going, do I
No.
jump? And we're
My
saying no.
Apparently,
athletics check.
apparently the expert on vault is like in another room trying to like tell us where to
Vault.
go.
I'm the vault expert in both.
Should I
ways.
jump? Everyone
Yeah,
else jumped. Do I need to jump?
Hey,
Um,
Liberty,
Someone
what
tell
does
me,
the
someone tell me if I need to jump, please.
I was busy.
Technically, I hovered. Sorry.
A more stepped.
More
what
stepped.
does-
I
Liberty,
vaulted.
what does that elevator lead? You can't even see. Like, can you tell us where that goes?
I'm sorry. I just wanted to vault into the vault, but it didn't happen.
Let's say
Okay.
you did.
Yeah. And it looked spectacular.
And it was epic. Yeah.
But
it
you
was
were
epic.
last,
Thank you.
so no one
and
was looking.
Nobody saw.
I wasn't last.
You
Well,
were last. I mean,
You and me were both last. You saw it.
I'm more seeing
Yeah,
the
but
next room, right?
he deliberately didn't watch.
Man.
Oh,
It's
I've
darkest.
got an idea. Like, I'll
Okay.
go and press the button to call the elevator.
Okay, nothing happens.
There is no power. Though.
I knew it. There is no power.
Oh, okay.
I
Now
was.
we're super sure.
I'm
Level
gonna rig,
4 intelligence.
I'm gonna rig the power
Literally.
and get power to that console and try to work out what the hell it does.
Okay. So you don't have to make a roll because that's implicit in the intelligence repair check that you've done. You take. Where are you getting a microfusion cell from?
We've got a few that we're carrying around with us.
I
We have,
Yeah.
but it's important to understand who is donating their ammunition to you. Is really what I'm asking.
Yeah, it's only one, right?
Yeah.
I'll give him one. Yeah.
Okay. So you wire it into the circuit. You think you've probably got a few minutes of power off of this. It boots up the console. There's a screen. The screen it's a green screen. It flickers for a second. It runs through a whole bunch of boot up text, and then eventually opens up into a menu. The menu loads wrong. So it's not displaying all this information properly, and some of the text is garbled. But you get a you get the impression that this console is designed for maintaining the security of the integrity of the vault itself, basically the vault door control. When you get an option for opening and closing the vault, you get an option for diagnostics. You get and that's it. That's the two options that are presented in the menu.
So if we run diagnostics,
You get a series of errors, error, lots of error codes associated with it. Most of them seem to be associated with lack of power. No power to sensors, no power to motors, no power to integral locks, no power to bridge.
But that door just like started opening just now, and then something broke.
Yeah.
So there was power until now.
Yeah.
Right? So we broke something, so maybe we can fix it if we find it. You guys can
Okay.
fix it.
Is there any doors? Like, there's like many doors, right?
There's 3 doors. One of them goes into a lift. One of them goes into the security office, and one of them goes further into the one that goes further into the complex isn't a door. It's an open passageway that leads further into the complex.
I'd say since we have limited time, since the rat is picking up, we should just
yeah, agreed.
go forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I lead the way.
Okay. You traverse the corridor. The corridor goes for a short distance, then turns to the right, and then turns to the left. And there's a long, quite wide corridor. You can see as you step into it, there are glass windows on the right-hand side. Again, there's no light in here at all. Nothing is illuminated. So you're picking everything out from torchlight. You can see the glass windows ahead of you. You can see what looks like a large steel security door off to the left-hand side, and then further down the corridor, you can see another door that seems to lead into a stairwell. There's a sign for stairs above it.
We should go down, right?
I think so.
Unless there's a blonde reactor there, yes.
Unless the Tarkus's pit boy goes loopy.
Yeah.
Then yeah, we'll make our way down.
Okay, so
Don't worry, I can go all the way down
Oh, super.
and fix the generator.
So
I don't know
What do you
about that.
science for?
Borg
Yeah,
will
if you go
help.
all the way down, you couldn't fix the generator.
How do you think I survived as a Mr. Handy robot for all this time before I
honestly,
met you
genuinely
people?
got no
I know
idea.
how to repair stuff.
It's a modern wonder.
Yeah.
So as you walk down the corridor, you see these glass windows off onto the right-hand side, and casting your sight across, it's mostly dark, but you can see light on the other side, a distance away. The glass windows themselves look over what looks like a long shaft of some description that runs down probably 20 or 30 levels. Each of the levels has got like a walkway around it, and you can see each of those levels has got what looks like pods lining all around the outside of it. Maybe 30 pods on each level. Some of those pods are open and are devoid of contents. Some of those pods have got bodies in. Those bodies look like they are racked. They have been racked with radiation and are obviously filled with ghouls. There is a faint light coming from within the shaft itself, not particularly bright, mostly in the lower levels. You can see movement on some of those levels. You can see individuals, bodies, it's difficult to make out, walking around.
Go all the way down.
What else? The other thing that you can see is materials. If nothing else, you can see a lot of materials in here. This is that you could spend quite some time here ripping this place apart, and it's an absolute gold mine of materials. Particularly like
radiation poison.
particularly like uncommon and rare materials. There's also loads of common materials as well.
Is there like the light that we can see? Is it orange?
No, it's a soft kind of bluish light.
Or we can come back here later.
Yeah. Maybe going all the way down isn't the way, since if these pods open, I don't know if we can handle all of these ghouls.
I mean, there's no power. How would they open?
Well, how did the other ones open?
There was power. They opened, or they were already out when they became ghouls. You know.
But there is some movement down there. There are some ghouls moving around down there, and we don't want to really encounter any more. If we go back and go to the lift,
Probably goes down, since we've seen that there is
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, but no power.
no power.
We need to fix the
What
power.
about emergency power? Shouldn't places like this usually have emergency power? Maybe there is a way to get that up and running.
You're the Volta expert. Where's the emergency power?
Liberty tries to remember, but it's hard. Well, either in the main control room, but that's closed. So I guess we gotta figure out how to open that door.
With no power? Shouldn't emergency power cover for that?
Then maybe we should like.
They put the
Right.
emergency power inside the room that it's power to open?
Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it only needs some lockpicks.
There's no like it's not lockpickable. It's a power door.
I mean, it's still a door. I look at Morg.
Maybe brute force and ignorance is the way to open it.
That's why I'm looking at Morg.
And we have
Full
that
of
in
both.
spades.
Or we could just blow it up.
Let's see if we can
Okay.
get more. If we can morgue it open.
Since we're short on time and looking around for switches, maybe we should do that, or failing that, go away.
More try. Would like to try.
Wait, maybe this place has some radiation suits.
That would be also
Okay.
good.
Do you see any?
No, but I just thought of it.
Do you remember where they would be?
Security room. Somewhere where it would be safe from a breach.
Okay.
Liberty has only been to one time inside the vault, and yeah, it was not a great experience. That is in her background. I didn't write, so yeah, she doesn't remember much.
Is radiation suits behind this door that you need open? Probably. Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay.
Anything behind that.
Or try.
We're gonna give it a go. Strength and what?
Give me a carrot sheet. You'll do.
Prometheus, maybe you can help. You
athletics.
also are like, big.
Yeah, I mean, if is it strength?
Strength athletics.
I can just. Do I need points in athletics in order to help him?
If you can describe how you're helping him, Good Boy will help by taking his surgical hands and trying to force them into the gap and applying pressure. He's not very strong, but he is trying to assist.
I'll try to puncture the door with my pincer and.
Okay.
So it'll be a 40-20.
Correct.
Oh, I'm learning. It only took me this long.
Okay,
4
successes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 4 successes.
Four
No, you're right, because you're absolutely right. 4 successes. It takes about 30 seconds with the 3 of you working in concert, but you manage to pull the doors open a crack, and then get your shoulder in and push against the doors, and they slowly grind open. Inside the room, the first thing that you notice as you pull the doors open is the smell. There's a smell of decay that hits you immediately. When you push the doors open, you find bodies. There are maybe 9 or 10 bodies on the floor. These are not ghouls. These are rotten corpses. They are all wearing ragged vault suits with the number 68 on the back. There is a big banner on the wall that's kind of half come off that says "Welcome to Vault 68." There are a series of computers in here. This looks like some kind of control room.
Is there power?
There is not power. Liberty, would you like to make an intelligence plus science check for me, please?
You stop making me do that check.
I
The only one with a background.
More
No
just wants to
thanks.
let everybody know it's not Morg that's smelling. It's those bodies. Morg don't
I'm
smell.
gonna wait. I need.
Science
Is it
0, love it.
Wait, was it science intelligence? Yeah.
It was science intelligence, yeah. Do you want to spend
Oh,
a
your
luck
case,
point?
intelligence.
For fun, I'm gonna spend 1 luck point to
Okay.
roll.
Cool.
Jesus.
We're going gambling in this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
It's
rolled the wrong
faster.
way. You need to come back.
Yeah.
You have no idea where the power generator would be in this vault. One thing that you do know is this vault is not laid out like the one you went to last time.
Yeah, that is obviously clear. Yeah, well, maybe we can find a map. Now, these are just my random ideas of intelligence for. Maybe we can find a map inside one of these computers. if we manage to power them up with how you did it before, Leader Ralph, and then we can maybe find a map of this facility, and then we know where to go.
Can we jury rig power into these consoles like we did the last ones?
You can, if you make an intelligence plus repair check.
Is anybody, before I make the roll, is anybody going to give up another fusion cell?
I'll give you another one.
How many have you got, Tarkus?
Now 30.
Morg can hand over a couple of his fusion cells.
Okay.
How many do you need, boss?
Just one.
One will provide you with a few seconds of maybe 30 seconds of power. You could daisy chain them together in order to give you multiple minutes of power.
Okay.
Here, take what you need. More
Thank you.
not good at counting.
I'll daisy chain a few together just to give me sort of 2 or 3 minutes of power. See what I can see.
So how many did you take?
6.
6? Okay.
3 minutes.
Is what if one's 30 seconds, then 6 is 3 minutes, yeah?
Okay. So you spend. It takes a little bit longer because you're trying to data chain the batteries together, but you get it all rigged up, and again the computer boots up, and it boots up into another menu system. A lot of the data that's retained on the database seems to be junked, but you do get access to some information. There is a crude map that is in the control room database. There is a list of 10 staff members and a list of hundreds of guests. The map shows the top level where you are on at the moment, the shaft, which is 23 levels tall, and at the bottom there is the laboratories and the generators.
Is there any way
I
to?
told you.
Hey, is there any like emergency power switch or anything? I ask Ralph. Like, is there an option in the menu?
There is listed. You can see 10 fusion generators and 4 backup fusion generators listed in the control room details, but you can't find any way to be able to access them from here.
Are they all on the bottom floor?
According to the mapping system, yes.
Anything
there is-
you can control from the computer?
The staircase itself gives you access basically to all of the levels, all the way down to the 23rd. There's also an elevator from the door room, which will also descend between level 1 and level 23. It doesn't stop them in the intervening levels.
Is there power to the lift?
There is not power to the lift. There is no power.
Get power to the lift.
So when you go through the diagnostic menu, you get error, power lost to, and then a list of a whole bunch of internal systems, including elevators, security doors, etc., etc. The only things that seem to be powered are on the back of the emergency backup power is the laboratory and levels 13 through 23.
Liberty will remember. You said there were 10 names that are like, what were they? Like the more important ones or something?
Staff.
All right. Liberty, with her amazing brain skills, will remember how the map looks like and remember those 10 names as well.
Are there 10
I can
bodies
do that,
in here?
right?
There are 9 bodies in here.
Okay. Do they have name tags on?
They do not. But you could surmise that the 9 people in here probably were the 9 members of staff. They are wearing vault suits. And all of the staff have all got names that start with Doctor.
Okay. I was trying to wonder if we could narrow down the one who wasn't in here.
Wait, this place might have to do with
Medicine.
the institute.
Okay.
Probably not.
So, Chris, remind me, when you go down the staircase, down the stairwell, are they all sealed levels that you have to open a door to get into?
The map seems to suggest there are doors.
Right. So in
I-
theory, you could go round and round and round down 23 levels, and if you didn't open any doors, you wouldn't encounter any of the pods.
You'd think.
But if they've opened the doors, then yeah. So guys, I think there are two options. One is to try to get down to the 23rd level, hope that we don't encounter anything. Anything we do, we take out. I think option 2 is to try to use the lift shaft, but it's 23 levels down. There's no power. I don't know how we do that.
What if we break down? I mean, I don't know exactly how the lift looks like, but perhaps we could climb on top of it, and then with Morg's amazing strength, we could like move the cable. Morg could move the cable. I mean, it works in my head.
I don't think he can do all of us plus the lift.
I mean, the one thing we could do is we could look at the
Morgan,
lift
stop.
shaft. If we could get into the lift shaft and away from the lift, and see if there's like a maintenance ladder that takes us down.
You have 4 agility. I wouldn't do that if I were you.
The other option, the dog says, is we could just power the motors of the lift.
With a nuke?
If it's just temporary, surely you could sling some more of your batteries together and power the lift's motor.
We'd have to find the lift's motor, though, wouldn't we?
Well, the lift's motor is going to be on top of the lift, isn't it?
There are the cables there too. But how much time do we have? If we go down with the lift, the rats might go up like really high, and then we would have to go all the way up the stairs and maybe encounter resistance
Go all the way back
up.
to the lift.
I think this might be a mission for Morg, Prometheus, and Good Boy to go down, see if they can, what they can see, and try to fix anything potentially.
The trouble is, there's been Morg, Prometheus, and Good Boy, and none of them are good at fixing things.
Yes, I would imagine that at least one of you would probably be advantageous in this team.
At the very least, so they can scout. Like we're just moving blindly, and the humans in the party are running out of time.
So I think we get a load of fusion cells and we rig it to power the lift motor with enough power to go down 23 levels and back up 23 levels. We go down 23. If the radiation is getting worse, we come back up. We come out and we work out what our next plan is. If the radiation is going down as we go down the lift, then we're getting safer. We get to the bottom. We're in the labs and the generators, and we start to fix those.
I'm not a fan of this one.
Just walk down and
Ken?
check the radiation as we
Yeah,
go down.
I like the idea maybe of the non-humans to just go down and scout, and then the rest.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Good boy, you're the best of all of us here. I'm sure nobody can touch you. Like you can
I'm.
kill everybody.
Did you hear that sound? That's the sound of no one disagreeing with you. However, I don't think it's terribly fair to sacrifice the lives of the two arms come up non-humans when Tarkus and Ralph are significantly more qualified to deal with any technical difficulties that we might encounter.
Our qualification comes into question when we cannot survive down there.
Right,
Who
guys,
says you can't?
3 options here. We go down the lift, we go down the stairs, and risk bumping into something, or we leave.
And with that, we will draw a veil over the session. Next session, we will decide how we will proceed, whether we will go down the stairs, rig up the lift, or we'll completely wuss out and leave.
All right, thank y'all for watching. See you in 2 weeks. So yeah. Goodbye. Bye. Keep waving. I'm trying to like, count it
Keep
down.
on waving.
Waving.
Waving, Phil.
All right.